From the Grasshopper Adventure series, and we're just a few days away from the first of the season. This will be the 22nd annual Grasshopper Adventure series, starting in Low Gap January 25th. We don't have a super elaborate PA system, and I know that there's always information at the start that's pertinent and essential. So I'm going to do it in a video for you this year. So this is basically your pre-ride talk. So pay attention to this, share with your friends. Have any questions, feel free to ask me. All right, the first thing is the rules: don't be a dick. But let's be more specific. Let's have a couple bullet points. What does that mean? The first, ride safe. Make good decisions out there. These are open roads. Even the dirt road, there's vehicles. Riding and passing with care, riding within your limits is super important out there. People look out for each other in the grasshoppers, and that's the spirit of what this is all about. So descents that you haven't seen before, with caution. Descents you have seen before, help others out, know what's coming up. Come prepared. So this is an adventure ride. We have some support out there, but if you have a flat tire, there's no one there to give you an extra wheel. So you have tubes, you have your Dynaplugs, you have your chain tools, everything that you need. There'll be osmo hydration and Cliff Nutrition out at the feed zones, but come prepared with some other things as well. And lastly, obey the traffic laws. We don't have any rolling enclosures, so as we roll out to the neutral start, you need to stop at the stoplights, stop signs, common sense, right? And then when we're staging on Low Gap on Ore Springs Road, just use the right-hand sign. Okay, so what do you expect at a Grasshopper? Is it a ride? Is it a race? Yes. We have a timed event out there. Some people are going for their record. We're going for the overall. There's a podium for the top 3 men and women for the day. Other than that, you're looking at where you fit in with your age groups, and you're going for the points for the series, hopefully. So the idea of the Grasshoppers, mass start, men and women, age groups. You're riding within your limits. It's about adventure and pushing yourself. Okay, so in the morning, with this Grasshopper video, there'll also be links to a couple waivers. Please print those out, bring those in ahead of time. Once you sign our waiver, you only have to do it once for the series. In addition to that, at Ukiah High School, we'll have registration in the cafeteria, so come on in. And the next thing you'll do is you'll get ready and you'll roll over for staging. So we'll stage 2.5 miles away from the high school on Ore Springs Road. You'll see a flag there for the Grasshopper. That's where you'll stage. Please stay in one right-hand thing, on the right-hand side of there. So let's talk about the staging and the start. So since we're not staging based upon your road categories, it's based upon where you feel that you fit, right? So look around with your peers, the people that you know. The fastest time last year was 2.5 hours. The slowest time was 6.5 hours. So we have a big spread, right? And to keep you honest, we start out with Grasshopper style. You have a 6-mile climb, right? So you can't really fake it and end up with your group. That's an important thing, is the selection happens early. Keep an eye out for guys and gals in sportsful jackets, and later in sportsful custom kits. There are roaming marshals. They know the course. They can let you know about the descents, what's coming up, etc. During the day, there's going to be one feed zone, and there's going to be a feed zone where the pavement hits the dirt. So 20 miles in, you'll have your only feed zone. All right. So let's talk about the course. So what happens first? Okay, so we start out the pavement. You've got a little dip and a bridge early on. We've got to be careful for that. A long 6-mile climb, followed by a rolling ridge. Don't forget to look around. You look back behind you to the east, and the Mendocino National Forest, the mountains are covered in snow. It's gorgeous, right? When you drop down into the valley, it's really treacherous descent. By that means super sharp cutaway corners, very fast and sharp. So ride with caution, enjoy them, but just be prepared for really strong decreasing radiuses and blind turns. There's not many people back there, but there's a hot springs resort called Ore Springs. So there will be people out there. Tow trucks. Again, people that are out there, we have signs, we have the permit, but people will be hauling, and better safe than sorry. When you get down into the valley, it's going to be really cold, so you're going to be tempted to dress warmer because of the climb. I would go towards having the extra layers. If you want to play it safe and with rain, maybe carry a hydration pack or something without the bladder, so you could have your extra coat, your extra gloves, your something to stay warm. It's better to carry a couple extra pounds than to be cold later in the day. All right, so the next thing you want to think about is when you get down to the valley, you climb up to the feed zone. You might think, I don't really need a bottler to stop because it's pretty early. You need to leave with 2 bottles. So you're halfway through the course, but not halfway in terms of time. All right, so at this junction, you're going to hit the dirt. There's been some yahooing. Maybe you've seen my videos back there. And the first 3.5 miles, there's some really, really muddy sections. Most of them are rideable. There's a couple parts where I would recommend, especially on the climbs, to dismount and to hike, get your feet muddy rather than your drivetrain all messed up. The county markers on this road, by the way, start at 0 and they go until the summit, which is 12.82. I think they actually mark it, right? So those are actually accurate. So keep an eye on those. After mile 3.5, the road goes back to being compacted, nice mixed sand, dirt, gravel, and it's a pretty shreddy section. Because of the mud, so we can't have a sag or a medic following that. So ride within your limits there. It's going to be a big deal if you have a major mechanical or if you crash because you're hanging it out there. All right, so be careful. We're going to have a stop. It's going to be a secret, but I'll let you know. So Sports Spacemen is a sponsor, and they're going to be about halfway up the last climb, so roughly to mile 11.5, and they're going to have a special warm snack there for you, so you can get to that. Mile 12.82, top of the climb, you get the downhill. It's a pedaling downhill. It's a challenging downhill to keep it fast. The rolling corners in and out. There's some rocks. There's some ruts. There's a lot of washboards. It gets pretty ripping at certain sections, coming into blind corners. Again, there's some people that live out there, so keep your eyes out for trucks. And at the end of the day, when you get down to the pavement, at last you'll have about 1.5 miles to the official finish, where you'll have hot tacos, cold beer waiting for you. Change, tell some stories. We'll have a podium for the top 3 men and women. And then we're going to wrap things up. When you're hanging out at the park, please be sure to lock up your bikes at your vehicle. We had a bicycle stolen there last year. Anyway, that's my pre-talk. And again, thanking the people who are going to be on course. We have a lot of sponsors, but thanking the people who will be out there. Osmo, NorCal, VeloFix is going to be a roaming on the pavement section. Sports Basement, 2 Up Yoga, Cliff product out there. It's going to be a great day. Anyways, it's time to get shreddy out there, the kickoff event for the years. If you haven't done a Grasshopper before, welcome. I think you're going to enjoy the course, the style, the terrain. Come prepared. If you've been coming for years, look forward to seeing you guys again. Many people I haven't seen since the last hopper. And here we go. Let's bring it on. Oh, one last thing, tire choices. Yes. It's tricky out there, so I'm going to be running probably a narrow tire with some good knobs on that. So I'll post some videos on that with some suggestions. But you want to have good climbing gears. You definitely want to have some side knobs, maybe some center knives for climbing. Anyways, enough rambling on. Ready, set, go.